Let's get crazy. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to the Paradigm Shift, episode 38. Let's have some fun. Let's drop some gems, some nuggets. Let's get a little weird, a little strange, and let's just get nuts. Simply put, about to bring on my iconic articulate alligator, big bad partner in crime, Dave Melter. Oh, Christine in the house. Gabby, I see you, Big Dave. Have no fear. We got a tight schedule today. Hello, Christine, Alexandra, Jesse. Yup, Dave bringing you on right now. Jakey Bakey. Hopefully Big Dave's not looking too handsome and outshines me. So there's that. How's everybody doing? Drop in the chats how you doing on this wonderful Saturday. There he is. Where are you, you sex panther?
I am what they have dubbed Meltzer Island for the Meltzer Island Mastermind. We are in session 2, sold out here, changing lives on a private island right next to Nectar Island with Richard Branson, and we are having an incredible mastermind.
It's hard to see your face, but to be honest, it looks a little mysterious.
Yeah, I'll get closer. There we go.
Good to see you, brother. I love you so much.
Me too. What do we got going on today?
So we have a couple interesting guests coming on quickly. I know you got something going on. I got to shoot out to Long Island to see the family as well. Let's just get right into it. You ready for me?
I'm ready for you.
Okay. I saw you talking about this week, and it really hit home. And I think the audience can benefit a great deal from this discussion. How to view rejection.
Yeah. So, understanding, if you believe like I do, that there is an omniscient, all-powerful source. There's something bigger than you. If there's something bigger than you, and that which is bigger than you cares about you more than you care about your children, your parents care about you, if you can believe this part or have some spectrum of belief of this, therefore, when you get rejected, it's the same as when you were 3 years old and you tried to put your hand on a stove, and your mom may be the kindest, even Mother Teresa, if she was standing there. If you were 3 years old and tried to put your hand on a stove, Mother Teresa, because she has no other options, will slap your hand and reject you. And you will think you're being punished because you're 3 years old and you don't know what Mother Teresa knows. But is Mother Teresa punishing you? Not a chance. She's protecting you. She's promoting you. So rejection is protection and promotion if you believe there is something bigger than you that loves you more than you love your own children, your parents love you. There's no doubt in my mind that when I get rejection, it's an indication I have something to learn to get me to a better place, a better situation, something that's going to protect me and promote me, not punish me and reject me.
Yeah, and I'm laughing because I can hear the tonality in your voice right now. It's one of those days where you're super on fire and passionate, and probably because you got the mastermind going on. And to be honest with you, Dave, when I got the tumor situation in my foot, one of the best things that I did to get through that whole thing and make it a really special journey is you, right? Because your mentorship and always telling me that, and pain is kind of similar to rejection to an extent. It's a propeller, right? It's
propelling you to the future, right? Pain, rejection, setbacks, failures, mistakes are only promotion and protection and propulsion. They are not punishment and rejection.
That's right. I'm going to bring on our first guest. Also, I see you having a great time with wifey. You're away, and I saw those triceps, buddy. Looking good, my man.
We got it going on. We're excited, man. This is amazing.
You know what you are, Dave? You're a fine wine.
I love it. Getting better with age.
Yes, you are. We're going to bring on our first guest, and let's get nuts, everybody. Drop in the chats how you feeling today, some questions, anything you want to pick the articulate alligator's brain about, or myself. Let's get nuts. There he is.
Oh! Talk about fine wines. We got Baby Boo right there. What's going on? The kid of all global kids and media. What's going on, my boy?
What's up, David? How you doing?
It's always great to see you. All I see is potential when I see you.
It's great to meet you, brother. I'm a fan of your work. I know this is the first time you and I connected, but a friend of Dave's is a friend of mine, and I have a feeling it's just the beginning of the relationship. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me, Craig, and really excited to be here.
Yeah, so for the audience who might not know, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're 15 years old, and you're an entrepreneur journalist, and obviously so much more. But is that accurate?
You are absolutely correct there.
How did you develop that unbelievable entrepreneurial mindset at such a young age?
Well, I think it's something that started when I was much younger. I started when I was 11 on this journey, And I always wanted to show millions of kids that they can do things young, right? And so to be able to do that, you have to be that example for them to see and say, that kid do it, why can't I do it, right? And so I always had this drive in me that I'm going to be the first kid on national TV. I'm going to be that kid that's visible to everyone and show and inspire other kids that whatever ideas they have, they don't have to wait till they're 20 or 30 to do it. They can start right now.
What are you smiling at, Dave?
I just wish I could see in myself what I see in you, in both of you, when I was that age. I sit here in amazement, that's the look on my face, of how much fear both of you have eliminated at such a young age to allow a process that I call it's uncover, recover, and discover. See, a cover is a layer that we put on to protect a table or a bed, right? We put the cover on. The ego is the cover. And so you two both have been able to uncover so that you can recover, which is putting you at ease. See, the dis-ease is the cover. When you have that awareness that both of you have in order to facilitate being able to uncover yourselves so that you can recover at ease. And in the state of at ease, our natural homeostasis state of ease, of recovery, we now can discover, and that's what both of you are doing, even at 15 years old, to be at such ease, to be able to discover so much as an entrepreneurial journalist, as a young entrepreneur yourself, is a face of amazement, appreciation, acknowledgement, and excitement and inspiration that I can ask both of you to help me as well, elevating others to elevate myself. I appreciate both of you.
Yeah, beautifully said, Dave. And I could tell, like, by the tonality of your voice, like, that got you a little choked up and a little emotional. And for the audience listening, like, what is the lesson here? Like, first of all, I think this is like the new generation. Like, entrepreneurs are starting so much younger. It reminds me of, like, no one can break the 4-minute mile, and one person did it, and then everyone did it. So, first of all, like, kudos to you, my friend, Don. And like, it's just crazy that at such a young age that you're just that spiritually mature. And again, just like Dave, like, wish I was too. But for the audience listening, like, it's just because he's 15 doesn't mean you can't start at 72. It's just a mindset, and it's a switch. And a lot can change in a short amount of time when you just decide and you buy in and so forth. But talk about the power of mentorship, Vidon.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the coolest parts of what I've done is I've had the opportunity to interview 1,500 celebrities. And that's, people say that's a big number, right? But it's not necessarily the names who I'm interviewing that matter. It's the people that I meet, and it's the stories that I listen to, the advice that I get from people like David, who I've had a chance to talk to many times, virtually and in person. And, even hopping on here with you, Craig, and being able to hear your life lessons, your life stories, it's something that you don't get anywhere else. And I think it drives you forward because you take these things that you guys were talking about, failing and having things set you back. You hear those stories, it's like, wow, if they can move forward from that, why can't I move forward from what I'm struggling with? And right now, one of the big things that I'm working on is trying to expand more than just doing media, right? So I want to get involved in NFTs. The metaverse is huge right now. I want to do those things. I'm still writing my book, and I'm getting close to the publishing stage here soon to get that out and hope to inspire kids that way. So any way I can do something to be appealing to other people of any age is just a number. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, this kid's mindset. This is awesome. Dave, you look like a smitten kid. What gives?
Yeah, it's three things, right? I just, every time he speaks, not only is he incredibly handsome, obviously, but his mindset, his heart set are just extraordinary. But what usually happens with dreamers when they're young is they have no handset. And one of the things that I've learned about you is that you have an incredible handset. You have that ability to enjoy the consistent, everyday, persistent, without quit pursuit of your potential. So it's one thing to have a great mindset, one thing to have a great heart set, an abundant heart set, but you have an incredible desire that you must be what you can be, and you and your mentors do what it takes to help you, and you're not afraid of asking for help. You're radically humble about asking for help from me, from Craig, from everyone that you meet in order to accelerate and elevate who you are and who you can help.
Yeah, I love this. And I just wanted to ask you, Don, because I'm so curious about this myself, and I'd love to hear your answer. You've interviewed some of the most successful people in the world, which is really impressive. And I know there's probably several, but what's one really interesting common trait that they all possess that maybe makes them super successful, you think?
Just their drive, really. All of them go through a lot of setbacks. We can go back to that topic. All of them have something happen in their lives at every stage, from when they were a kid, from when they were kind of on the grind to getting their name where they are now. And even now, they go through things every single day. And so the common thing is I'll hear a story, I'll hear a life lesson about how they bounce back. Never give up. Don't let people tell you no. All those things are common between every successful interview and every successful person that you talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, and being someone who's older, more experienced, and have even more interviews with the billionaires, millionaires, entrepreneurs, celebrities, athletes, and entertainers, there's only one. Actually, I apologize. I've learned there's two common denominators. The first one is common in everyone that is happy. So you could be poor, you could be rich, you could be tall, you could be short, you could be missing your arms, you could miss your nose, your ears, your mouth, your taste, your touch. You can't see, you may have bald head or full hair head. It doesn't matter. The one thing that determines your happiness is gratitude. So all the people, you can be as poor as you want, but if you're grateful, you're happy. So the one common denominator is happiness through gratitude. The other is what we're talking about, right? The desire that you must be what you can be. All the billionaires, millionaires, entrepreneurs, celebrities, athletes, entertainers, over 35 years of doing this, those two things are a common denominator. They are gracious and they have a desire that they must be what they can be.
Bang! Drop the mic. I love it. I know we have another guest on today, but Vadan, I wanted to give you Yeah, Dave, doesn't get better than that. Vadan, leave the audience with one final nugget, my friend.
I'd say the last thing to keep in mind always is there's always going to be the obstacles that come up. There's always going to be the person who has an obstacle for your success. Ignore that person. Listen to the people in your circle and push through those things, because one day you will be able to make it to the top. And when you do, it's important to give back to those people that were always on your side.
You got an old soul, my friend, and I mean that in the best possible way, and such a compliment. So much respect, brother. My biggest advice to you, keep doing what you're doing and stay on track and continue to build on that drive and so forth. The future looks a little brighter because of kids like you.
Thank you so much. And I wanted to mention I'll be in New York next week. So if either of you are out there, if you have any opportunities, let me know. I'll be down there.
I live. So reach out to me, hit me a message. We'll exchange numbers. I'd love to grab a cup of coffee with you.
Awesome. Sounds awesome.
Good luck, man.
Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Big Dave, we got one more guest on. You ready to rock?
Yeah, I'm gonna have time for one question. Then I got to get back to the mastermind. So you handle it after I take the first one.
Okay. I actually have to break out two, but we're gonna get him on right now. Looking for Big Jeff.
Jeff Griffin is coming on. He's crazy and amazing, all in one. Jakey Bakey's hanging in there as well.
What's the best nugget so far that you've gotten from the mastermind, Dave?
You know what? Let me grab my phone because I'm gonna read my download. Hold on. So. I know recycling is my new thing. I'm going to be talking about it a lot. And recycling, here's my definition for everybody. Please take note of this because you're going to love it. It changed my life. It's called the law of recycling. Number one takeaway. What I give is given back to me in the form I need to help me with the problems that I perceive. What I give is given back to me in the form that I need to help me with the problems I perceive. The law of recycling and utilizing, I'm going to teach this a lot in the idea of uncover, recover, and discover. We are all recycling. I know Jeff was supposed to be on here, brother. I'm going to go ahead and leave. You go ahead and take Jeff. I love you. I'm glad I got my takeaway. You can handle the show without me. Does that sound fair?
Sounds good. The art of recycling. Thank you for gracing us with your unbelievable handsome face, the unbelievable background. Jakey Bakey, tell Jeff to hop on and request.
All right, boys. I love you. Jakey Bakey, I love you. Craig, I will see you. If you need me, anyone, david@dmeltzer.com. Reach out to me. I'll give you a document on the law of recycling. Anything else you need, my book, guide, exercises, I'm always here. Oh, Craig, I do have a 14-day gratitude challenge. If anyone wants to join me, please, it'll change your life. It's free. david@dmeltzer.com. Join my 14-day gratitude challenge. It will change your life. Thank you, my brother.
Give the audience one final flex.
Whoo! That's all me. Take care. Love you. Bye-bye. Articulate alligator and out.
Jakey Bakey, have Jeff come on and request. If he's around, tell him to request, and let's get this going. But that was awesome. But not what an unbelievable guest. Chef Marshall in the house. Big Dave with the iconic background view. Too much fun, guys. And let's just talk about for a second. Helene Siegel in the house. My mom. Everyone say hi to my mom. Jakey, let's get Jeff on. I only have a couple minutes. And let's get this party started, everybody. Or I should say resumed, right? Give it another minute, Jakey Bakey, working on it. Okay. And for the audience, let's just talk about a quick nugget so far, the power of kindness, right? Everyone knows about gratitude, which Dave just touched upon. Gratitude is the one common thing in all the spiritual texts of all time, whether it be the Torah, the Bible, Kabbalah. But not enough people talk about the power of kindness because here's the thing, and I've been talking about a lot this week in the membership. When you perform an act of kindness, you release serotonin in the body. What is serotonin? Let me explain. It's the natural production of happiness and bliss. So by performing a kind act, you release serotonin for yourself, but also the person receiving the kind act. So you're killing two birds with one stone. And obviously serotonin, production of bliss and happiness and all that, it doesn't get better than that. So I challenge every single person on the Paradigm Shift number 38 right now today to go out of your way after this call and perform one act of kindness. And I imagine most of you were kind to begin with. That's why we all hang out. But step out of your comfort zone and do one extra act of kindness. And watch, it doesn't make you feel really, really good. More importantly, the person that you're doing it to. You guys are on fire today. If anyone's not in the daily texting community, what are you waiting for? Text the number on the bottom of the screen. And also talking about the CLS membership for a second, the hottest thing going on planet Earth right now. If you're not in there, sounds like a personal problem. I love you guys. Jakey Bakey, give me a heads up. Is he coming on? If not, that's okay, because I got a rocket. I'm shooting out to Long Island anyway to see Helene and Don Siegel, my family. Let me know, Jakey, in the next 30 seconds. No word from Jeff? Okay, no big deal, guys. We're going to wrap it up. All I want to leave you with for the rest of the day is do the kindness challenge, right? Perform that kindness act. Sharpen the axe. Yes, it's the weekend. It's time to relax a little bit. But also, 2022 starts now. Don't wait till New Year's Eve to start. And I'm getting a little fired up right now. Don't wait till New Year's Eve to start talking about goals, visions, moonshots. Andre in the house. Kelly, I see you all. Big Dave Santo, I love you even more. Guys, 2022 is now. This weekend, whip out a notebook, grab a pen, okay? Start journaling. What does 2022 look like when I'm firing on all cylinders? When everything's going right, what does that look like? What are some really cool and exciting things that I want to accomplish? Let's have those targets, because you cannot hit a target that you cannot see. Once we have those targets, we can start reverse engineering it. We can work backwards. Okay, but what's step one, right? And we can get to work. We can start talking strategy. We can start talking action. But you have to have goals. They provide purpose. They provide excitement. They provide enthusiasm. Every single day that you wake up, if you have a goal, you automatically have purpose, whether it's working out, running a marathon, starting a business, building a personal brand, putting yourself out there for a relationship. What does that look like? You have to have goals. You have to have a target, okay? And I know it's an old expression, but a ship leaving the harbor with no captain, where's that ship going? It's going like this. But if it has a captain, it's going to its destination. That also ties into the power of the law of attraction, the power of intention, okay? Thoughts are an electrical signal that you send out to the universe. But your thoughts have to act like a heat-seeking missile. Has to have a target, has to go somewhere. So get very clear on your goals, on your visions. 2022 is not December 31st, 2022 is now. Cultivate that edge on the rest of the world. And how do you do that? You grab a notebook, you grab a pen, and you start thinking, what is 2022 have the opportunity to look like if I utilize my potential, if I exceed my capacity? And don't sell yourself short, guys, because every single person on this paradigm shift right now has more than enough capabilities, more than enough potential to do anything that you want. The only thing that limits us from doing anything that we want on this planet is our imagination. And if you remove that governor, like a sports car, if you remove that governor, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that we cannot accomplish. I want you all to know that every single one of you on this call are worthy. Every single one of you can do anything that you want to do. There's nothing stopping us except those limiting beliefs which tell us that we can't. This is what you do to the limiting beliefs. It's that thought that's disempowering. It's an intruder in your house. Get the hell out, and I'm going to replace it with a more empowering thought. What's up, Braxton? Love you, buddy. So you take those disempowering thoughts. It says 2022 will not be yours. You have imposter syndrome. Why you? You take those thoughts, you acknowledge them, you become aware, because thoughts are random, thinking is not. You tell them to get the hell out of your house, and you implement in positive, productive, constructive thoughts. Those thoughts change new beliefs. Any type of limiting beliefs that you had, you were not born with. You cultivated them. You take those new thoughts, disempowering, get out, and you put in positive ones. You are worthy. You do have a story to tell. You have been through some shit. The world can benefit from your story. You can leave an impact. You put those thoughts in, now you have new beliefs. Those beliefs have new habits, new behaviors, and then you have new results. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. See you later.